Skin the Hardaway Southern T. Back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, if you could, do your boy a favor. Smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. I greatly appreciate everybody sliding through. First thing first, I want to thank everybody that came through the fight marathon last night. Anyway versus Butler. It was a long night, tough night, but we got through it. Appreciate y'all good people. But today, we're here to have us a boxing conversation, right? And this boxing conversation is relative to, everybody's favorite fighter, right? Whether you love them, whether you hate them, whether you love to talk about them, whether you love to shit on them, whether you love to give them praise. But you're going to talk about it. We're here to talk about Devin Haney, you know what I mean? And what everyone, is think supposed to be Devin Haney's next fight. Now, everyone is aware of Devin Haney having to go over the top rank, you know what I mean, to accomplish his goals, to be undisputed, which he did. He beat George Kambosos twice, you know what I mean? And now he has one fight left with top rank. Now, the fighter that Bob Arum has put in place for him to fight is Lomachenko. What's good? What's good? Let me say what's up to the people in the building. What's good, DS? Quick. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Quick. TWT in the building. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Queen. Glad you can make it. Queen Quick. What's good with Jay Gibson? TWT in the building. My guy Josh Sanders was good. Miss Joette. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Queen. The beautiful Just Jazz was good. Drop the flames for my people. Brother Jay Gibson, TWT. Brother Josh Sanders, TWT. Appreciate y'all sliding through this time. Good morning, Mr. Joette. Was good, Queen. Glad you can make it. Big Tech. That's my guy, Big Tech. Appreciate you sliding through this time. Big Techs. TWT in the building. DP Rocker was good, family. Appreciate you sliding through this time. DP. But okay, I digress, right? So, so everyone we pretty much just waiting, for the fight announcement for Devin Haney's next fight, right? Now I stated that Devin Haney's next fight with Top Rank, will be his last fight. That's the last fight on his contract with Top Rank for a reason, right? So Devin Haney has one fight left to honor under the contract with Bob Arum. Devin Haney, he kind of ran through this contract kind of quickly. He told Bob Arum, right, that he wanted to fight on a specific day, right? Actually, I'm going to show it to you right now. I'm about to go to his account and we go pull it up right now. Y'all know how we do it on Southern T. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. We're going to talk about the Inouye. We're going to talk about the Inouye situation too. But I want to take y'all to this. And take y'all to this so y'all can see what I see. Devin Haney said that he asked Top Rank if he could have his fight on a certain day, and he basically said Top Rank ignored his request. And he feels like, Top Rank is trying to style him out. He said he wanted to have a fight by the end of this year, but yet they're trying to push his fight all the way back until like next May or something like that. I'm about to bring it up. Here we go. I'm about to bring it up, y'all. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button. Y'all smash that like button for your boy. You about to get it up. We about to get it up. We about to get it going. About to pull up so y'all can see. So y'all can see for yourselves. You know what I mean? We about to get it going. So y'all can see. Now he said that he wanted to fight before Ramadan, right? That's a holiday, an Islamic holiday, right? Let's get it going. Now he said that they're trying to push his fight with Lomachenko all the way to May, and that's going to be no good for Devin Haney. You know what I mean? So this is what Devin Haney had to say. He said these oh shit, let me get that down. Devin Haney said these people want to try to push my next fight with Loma to May, knowing the longer I stay at the weight, the harder it is to make. Let's do this shit in March. You know what I mean? So Devin Haney had that to say, right? And then the tweet after that, he said, tweet right after that, he said, I told Top Rank I wanted to fight before Ramadan. Ramadan is a Islamic holiday. You know what I mean? But Devin Haney basically saying that, he feel like that these people are trying to push, his fight back, knowing there's going to be a problem for him to make the weight, right? And I think this is the style tactic, right, by Top Rank in order to keep the belts, in order for Lomachenko, you know what I mean? I feel like just like everybody else, right? Lomachenko has a better relationship with Top Rank than Devin Haney. He's been working with him longer. Devin Haney is signed to Top Rank right now, but the feel around that is that he's just borrowing Devin Haney for the time being. Devin Haney isn't, one of the top ranked original guys. He could stay or he could leave. So I feel like with what Bob Arum, Top Rank is trying to do, they're trying to, style Devin out a little bit, hoping that, making him stick around the 135-pound division, a little longer than he wants to, that will give some kind of edge, you know what I mean, to Lomachenko. Now, Devin Haney has said, right, Devin Haney, has said ever since after, the George Kambosos fight, right, that he wanted to move up, you know what I mean? So he wanted to fight Lomachenko, and that he wanted to move up. So if Devin Haney is asking for a fight to take place on a certain day, right, or Devin Haney is asking if Devin Haney is asking to fight a fight, you know what I mean, on a certain day, he's asking for a reason. But Bob's Arum's best interest, right? Bob Arum's best interest, he has Devin Haney now, but he don't know what Devin Haney go do, and we all know that Bob Arum want Lomachenko to have that title shot. So man, I think if we keeping everything on the up and up, right, it makes more sense for Lomachenko to get right back in the ring as well. You know what I mean? It make more sense for him to get right back in the ring as well, because he was coming off a miniature, layoff with the war. He came back, he fought Ortiz. Some people feel like, Ortiz may or may not have won that fight. You know what I mean? So, pushing it back farther, really don't work out for Lomachenko that well either. You know what I mean? Just Dude said, trying to style them out, shaking my head. Yeah, yep. They trying to style them out. They trying to give, you know what I mean, Lomachenko the advantage. You could clearly see Devin Haney saying right here, these people want to try to push my next fight with Loma to May. That's the middle of next year. Devin Haney had 2 quick fights back to back. What he had in July and November, July and October, right? Something like that. It was like July and October. So Devin ain't the guy who Ratchet since 91 was good, Ratchet. I've been Ratchet since 91 too. Kept a two since 2002. What he do? But yeah, so, Devin Haney is a fighter. He don't take a whole lot of time in between, you know what I mean, his fight. So he's a guy that like to keep the ball rolling. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Ramadan, right, it's a Islamic holiday, and I think is that in December? You know what I mean? My pops will know. My pops would know all about that shit. Is that in December? I'm not mistaken. But Devin Haney was trying to get in the ring this year, right? Or on before Ramadi. I remember him saying, after his last fight, he wanted to get back in the ring this year, and he just said on Twitter that he asked Top Rank to have him in the ring before Ramadi. So putting him in the ring in May, that's the exact opposite of what Devin Haney wants to do, and it will only make sense, right? Like him and Lomachenko fighting all the way in May makes no sense for either party, right? Devin don't want to do it, and Lomachenko been out the ring for a minute, so he need to be back in the ring as soon as possible, unless he's trying to give Lomachenko another fight in between there and just have Devin Haney wait. You know what I mean? Until May, which is even more bullshit. But that's almost like a 6 months. I think about it from now, there's 6 months. David Haney just had 2 fights this year. Why would you stall him out until 6 months, right? You either you want to get him beat, or you trying to prolong having him under your contract. You trying to prolong the last fight on his contract as maybe a style tactic to keep him around. You know what I mean? But I just want y'all to bring attention to this because Devin Haney, right, is open to signing back with ESPN, but it's not a sure thing that he's going to sign back to ESPN. He wants to, if he's going to sign back to ESPN, he wants to do it under his own terms, right? He don't mind going back, but it's certain things that he won't if he's to go back. And right now, Bob Arum may not be willing to do it. So I think this he want to fight in May. This could very well be a way to try to style him out his contract and style him out for the Lomachenko fight, right? Oh well, he may look well. Oh well, he may beat Lomachenko, right? So he may beat Lomachenko, and it's his last fight on my contract. So I'm gonna just push the fight back. You know what I mean? That way I could give Lomachenko an advantage, right? And at the same time, I could see maybe if I could get him back, or I could see if try to weight drain him and making the weight, trying to keep him around 135 when he clearly wants to go to 140. I got 16 people in the new Fat Boy Fitness. What's good, new Fat Boy? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. If y'all could smash that like button for your boy. He said son recognized it in December like myself. Yeah, Jay Gibbs. See, I thought so, Jay. Yep. So that's in December. So Devin Haney said he wanted to fight, you know what I mean, this year in December. I knew I wasn't mistaken. I wasn't quite sure, but I figured it was something like that, right? So, but yeah, boom. So he said he wanted to fight this year in December. So how the hell does Bob Arum get May all the way from him fighting in December? Yo, I got 17 people in the building. Y'all could do your boy a favor, smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in, whether you're here for a good time or a long time. You know what I mean? But he said these people want to try to push my next fight with Loma to May, knowing the longer I stay at the weight, the harder it is to make. Let's do this in March. All right, so now he's saying, well, let's do it in March. I don't want to do it in May. May is just too long. So I'm going to be waiting to see on this to see exactly what the hell come from this. Like if they do it in March, right? If Devin Haney is asking to do it in March, I think there's more than enough time. Lomachenko had a fight last month. That'll be about 5 months in between Lomachenko's last fight, right? About 6 months, 7 months in between Devin Haney's last fight. You know what I mean? I think that's the perfect time. Unless Bob is trying to give Lomachenko another tune up, at which he won't be able to do that because Devin Haney is only there for one fight. So if he's going to give, what's good, J.A.? So if he's going to give, Loma another tune-up, that means he's going to sit Devin Haney on the shelf because he only has one fight left with Devin Haney. You know what I mean? So type deal. So Devin Haney's next fight will be his last. My thing is if you're trying to put him in the ring in May, that makes absolutely no sense for Devin Haney, especially when Devin Haney has been saying that, he's looking to move up after his next fight. You know what I mean? But we got 16 people in the building. I need everybody to jab that thumbs up. That ain't jab that thumbs up. But I got a saying, right? I like to say, man, I got a saying. It's something in the water. I smell something in the water, man. This ain't sitting right with me. No, this ain't sitting right with me. The time to all this. You were overly excited to get Devin Haney first 2 fights off the ground, right? Especially that first one. You know what I mean? So what's the big hold up on this last fight? Why you got to push it all the way to May? when there's going to be so many more fight dates and opportunities, before then. It can only be one or two reasons. One reason is maybe you're trying to buy more time to work out his contract, right? Or two, you're trying to style him out in hopes that he can't make that weight before you throw him in there with Lomachenko. You want to give Lomachenko the best chances possible for him to win that fight. This your last fight on Top Rank. Devin, this your last fight on Top Rank, right? You're getting underneath. You're getting away from underneath Bob. We all seen. It's documented, right? My brother's keeper. What's good, my brother's keeper? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, my brother's keeper. Glad you can make it, pimp. Glad you can make it. If y'all could smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Let me get you right, my brother's keeper. Let me ring you up. I got 19 likes. I got 17 people in the building. Let me get PGH Big Dog ringed up too. Let me get y'all right. While we having a conversation. Is it how the live turn out? Let's see what it do. I ain't looked at it yet, gang. Let me see A1. Shout out my guy A1. Let me look at it, A1. Let me see what I did last night. I thanked y'all for it, though. I don't really know what it did. I ain't checked to see what it did. That John did 9,100. 9,100. Shout out to everybody that came through the last stream. 9,100. You know what I mean? Greatly appreciate y'all folks coming through. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. What's good, Jelly Bean? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Jelly Bean. Glad you can make it. I'm finna get y'all rinsed up, though. UPGH. Oh, shit. I'm finna get y'all rinsed up, though. UPGH. Real quick. Let me get y'all right. But yeah, man. It's some evil at foot, man. It's some evil at foot. What's good, boxing MMA? It's some evil at foot. I feel like Bob Arum up to no good. I feel like he trying to stall. And Devin feel like this too. Feel like that they trying to stall him out to give Lomachenko the best shot. Again, I'm gonna put the tweet back up here for the people that's just rolling in the building, so y'all know I ain't pulling this out of my ass. Devin Haney, himself, he said that he asked Top Rank if he could have a fight before December. You know what I mean? And he said the Top Rank is trying to put him in the ring all the way in May. And he said putting him in the ring in May is no good for him because that means he would have to stay down around at this weight longer. And he's trying to move up out of the weight. You know what I mean? He wants to go ahead and get the fight with Lomachenko out the way so he can move on with the next phase of his career. I personally think this is a complete power move, a complete control move, right? By Bob Arum, trying to keep, Devin Haney under his wing, you know what I mean? Under his tuck at some point and give Lomachenko the best. What's good, Cassandra? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Queen. Where you go, Queen? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Queen. Drop the flames for Cassandra. Where she at? There she go. What's good, Miss Cassandra? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. I almost said TW10 to be in there. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Cassandra. Glad you can make it, Queen. But you can see Devin Haney. These people want to try to push my next fight with Loma to May. Knowing the longer I stay at the weight, the harder it is to make. Let's do this shit in March. So now, Devin Haney put in his request to fight in December. It didn't happen. Now he's saying, let's do it in March and not May. You know what I mean? So I feel like, it's some evil left foot. I feel like they trying to keep your boy. I feel like they trying to keep Devin Haney. I feel like they trying to keep Devin Haney. Around longer, and I think they trying to keep him around longer to give Lomachenko a better chance. You know what I mean? Lomachenko has been out of the ring for a minute, right? Unless you go give him a fight in between Devin Haney, you know what I mean? You pushing that fight back to May makes no sense. And if you are going to give Lomachenko a fight in between Devin Haney, that means you will have to sit Devin Haney on the shelf because you only got one fight left with him. You know what I mean? So all the way around, it's a stalling tactic, going on. The thing for what's the good, Edgar Chavez? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Edgar Chavez. The thing is it's up to us, or right, or up to them, or really, what is the real reason that you're trying to push this fight back? You know what I mean? And now I can tell you what I think, because I told you what I think, right? I think it's some bullshit afoot. Like I said in my title, I feel like he's trying to stall Devin out. You know what I mean? It can only be a couple of reasons. You either want to buy more time to try to sign him back. You either want to, try to let him eat himself up out the weight. You want him to weight drain himself, right? Because he's already in shape now because he just had a fight. So he's closer to making the weight now. So the earlier you will do the fight it will make more sense for Devin because he could just stay in fight shape and he could keep it going. You know what I mean? But the farther you push it back, the more time Devin has in between, you know what I mean, to get unfocused, to lose focus, you know what I mean. He's basically just stalling the man, career out. But I tell you this, even with all the tricks in the trade, Lomachenko still ain't gonna be enough to beat Devin. The only way I see Lomachenko being able to beat Devin, right, is if Bob Arum go work with Daniel Killahan again. So, T, what you mean? Well, Bob Arum is under investigation for working with Daniel Killahan on them Tyson Fury fights in Las Vegas. So anything outside of that, Lomachenko ain't beating Devin Haney. And I need Devin Haney and team Devin Haney to be real aware, you know what I mean, about what's going on. Because they're dealing with Bob Arum. And we clearly could see that Bob Arum is trying to stall y'all out. And we clearly could see that, he wants Lomachenko to have that advantage in this fight. What's good, D-Man? Appreciate you shining through this thing, D-Man. Jelly Bean. Asante L. What's good, Asante L? I see you in the building, Asante L. If y'all could smash that like button for your boy. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time. Whether you just sliding in the building, whether you dropping through. Know y'all about to get up and go to work. And all that good shit. Just do your boy solid and smash that like button for your boy when you're scrolling on through. But Devin Haney has stated that they trying to set up Lomachenko and Devin Haney for May. Devin Haney wants to do it. No, he wanted to do it in December, right? But now he said, well, let's do it in March. He said, let's do it in March. You know what I mean? But they're attempting to put it in May. So we go see what come from there, man. We go see how that shake out. But I ain't gonna hold y'all in this thing too long. Just wanted to drop y'all that tidbit to kind of let y'all know where Devin Haney is at. You know what I mean? With his next fight and everything. Again, Devin Haney still hadn't had a fight. And I feel like the person that Devin Haney worked for is being kind of, he's being difficult with him right now because I feel like it's a fighter. Matter of fact, I go to 30 minutes. I go 5 more minutes because I feel like it's a fighter that he would rather see win other than Devin Haney. So I feel like he's going to give his guy ample opportunity, ample advantage, is as many advantages as he can to win this fight. And we all know Bob Arum ain't against going to extreme measures to have one of his fighters win the fight, Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? He's always signing, even if I don't have time to watch the entire video. Brother, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, too. Say salute to the chat. I'm going back to sleep. I'll catch y'all fellas in a little while for sure, pimp. For sure. But, man, the people let's really talk about it for a second, right? Let's really talk about it. The people that be, the powers that be, they look at Devin Haney and Bill and they see what's going on. You know what I mean? They see what's going on. Devin Haney is about to, after this Lomachenko fight, right? Devin Haney is about to be one of the bigger stars in boxing. You know what I mean? Already been undisputed. Lomachenko is going to be that huge name, you know what I mean, that he needs. That name that he needs. You get what I'm saying? They going to have all the belts. And that means so without a network, you know what I mean, Devin Haney is going to be, Team Haney, right, is going to be, they're going to be in charge of their own destiny. And understand the powers at be don't like for boxers to be in control of their own destiny. They want to instruct you here, instruct you there, tell you to go here, tell you to go there. You get what I mean? Bob Arum he wants those belts to stay over there on Top Rank. He don't want Devin Haney to walk away, you know what I mean, from Top Rank with his precious belts. You know what I mean? Because that would mean that if Devin Haney beats Lomachenko, right, and he walks away from Top Rank, y'all want to know what that would mean? That would mean that Devin Haney beat the system. Now, Devin Haney had to go into the system and he had to abide by the rules, but he can come out of the system a winner. What do you mean? So Devin Haney spent his whole career, you know what I mean, making his money over there on the zone. He is already an established name. He saw that Undisputed was over there with Bob Arum in the establishment, so he still had to go through Bob Arum to reach his goal, right? But if he come out of there without a loss, if he comes out of there unscathed, if he comes out of there on the other side with the belts, right, he'll be no promotional company, still the undisputed champion of the world. You know what I mean? He went into the system, right, and he beat Lomachenko, who is one of, if not Bob Arum's most popular fighter at this point, right? Now, if Bob Arum really want to, if he really want his belts back, right, which I said before, if Bob Arum really want his belts back, his best shot would be putting Shakur Stevenson in there with Devin Haney. You know what I mean? If he really want the straps back, that would be his best shot. But he go stick Lomachenko in there, and Devin Haney go sweep him up. And Bob Arum knows that, which is why he trying to style Devin Haney out now in hopes that Devin Haney will lose focus. You know what I mean? Or he will be a little more rusty. He don't want to put him in right now because Devin Haney been rolling. He had 2 fights this year. Lomachenko will be the 3rd fight. You know what I mean? Devin rolling right now. So he really what he want to do is give Lomachenko, a little more time to prepare, right? That's really what he want to do. I think even in the end, though, let's go back first because Lomachenko couldn't beat Devin Haney on his best day. But that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Bob Arum is trying to set up Lomachenko and Devin Haney for May. Devin Haney originally wanted to do it in December. For whatever reason, Bob Arum want them to do it in May. Devin Haney feel like that they trying to stall him out. You know what I mean? Because he know that it's, he want to move up and it's harder for him to make the weight right now. So he feel like that top ranking Bob Arum want to push the fight back so far to try to style him out to give Lomachenko an advantage. You know what I mean? So we go keep our ear to the streets. We go keep our, feet on the ground for this EP. But I ain't gonna hold y'all in this thing too long, man. Skin the Hardaway Southern T. It's at the past. It's at the future. But this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.